So today's fireside chat is about gut health. And gut health is probably one of the most important things to look at when we're talking about overall wellness and mental wellness, because it might be a surprise to you, as it was for me, but our neurotransmitters are produced in the lining of your gut. So the neurotransmitters, which give you the health of your brain and the proper signaling of the brain and influence the mood and the motivation and the get up and go of your brain, are produced in your lining of your intestines, which means that the lining of your intestines need to be very healthy in order to absorb the nutrients needed to produce the neurotransmitters. We know very important things about nutrition now because there's been a plethora, hundreds and thousands of studies done on nutrition. And the fact is, the more plants you eat, the healthier your gut is going to be. This is for a number of reasons. Plants inherently have a lot of fiber, which means that there's like an exfoliation that happens through the lumen and lining of your gut as fiber moves through your gut. So it's kind of going to scrape off any residue or debris that's going on in your gut, and it's going to help form good stool, which is important. So it's like a concentration of micronutrients and very important elements for our health. And we are composed of the same elements as plants and as our earth. So it's like we need to take these in from the same production and development of these nutrients into our own bodies. If you are looking at plants that have a bigger punch when you eat them, would be something that had a lot of color. So leafy greens or very bright hues usually have a lot of lycopenes and very good minerals and nutrient components. Plants that are grown locally and haven't had to have a big transport time are going to be much better for you because they're going to retain a lot more nutrients. Plants that are actually harvested at the right time, which comes back to local too, because if you're getting, say you live up north and you're getting something from Mexico, there's going to be a long transit time before that food gets to you. It's usually ripening along the way, so it's not still in the ground and attached to its source plant getting these nutrients. So if you can eat local plants, they're usually going to have a denser concentration of these nutrients. Organic, it only makes sense. Organic plants may not be as pretty. The fruit is a little small and, kind of funnier looking. But the thing is, we know that pesticides are neurotoxins. So if you're trying to regenerate neurotransmitters, you don't want to be taking in neurotoxins at the same time. And when you're eating a variety of foods, especially if you're eating more plant-based foods, then you're going to be taking little micronutrients in different concentrations from, lentils to leafy greens to your fruit. And it's going to make a really nice combo pack of all the things you need versus only eating a very monotonous diet where you're only getting one kind of variety of compounds. It's not going to influence the gut health very much. If you look at an orange, which has a lot of vitamin C, the orange also has these cytokines and these enzymes in it so that it actually gets absorbed. More of that vitamin C will get absorbed in a natural way in your body because that's the way it's meant to enter. So the absorption rate of vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients from in the plant itself is going to be easier to absorb and in the proper form for absorption. And the other thing is we don't really know how alive these nutrients are, what the shelf life is for supplements. There is a time and place for supplements. I take iron, for instance, because I tend to get anemic at different points and maybe I'm not getting enough leafy greens, but iron is something that I supplement onto a very well wholesome based plant-based diet. And I want to make it clear that I'm not saying that you have to be vegan or vegetarian. You can still eat meat or fish and have a mostly plant-based diet and get the same benefits from that. There's just so much evidence to support how plants are the most important thing to eat for our best health. And just to wrap it up, if you think about what goes on in the gut, there is filtration, there is neurotransmitter production, there is nutrient absorption, and then there's also excretion. So you're getting rid of the things we don't need in our body through the lumen of the gut. So if you thought about any area of your body you should listen to the most and really lean into feeding it beautiful foods and being easy on your gut, meaning listening when there's too much sugar, there's too much, oil in a food, too much salt, all of this stuff, if you listen deeply, your gut's going to tell you it's not happy. So the gut is your second brain, and it's the most important track of getting nutrition to fuel you for all your activities. So make sure that you really listen to what it's telling you.